matchup with the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They go play action with Wilson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. It's a big play there for Seattle. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for Philly.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And it will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drills, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. 14, Eagles 7. Michael Vincent, the kickoff for Seattle. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Pass incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They go play action now. Wilson. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, Gaines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Robinson's got it. And some room to maneuver. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. The 20.
Go time, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Philly.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Seattle. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run on first down. Gaines. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
7 yards, the pickup there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This from 36 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complaint.
And now here's another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 1st down, Gaines. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
They'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime
and got his man complete and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points,